Welcome to Speak Up, the official podcast for Local 276, where your voice matters. I'm one of your hosts, Aisha, and today marks the very first episode of a new way to connect, inform, and empower our union family. This podcast was created for you. Our goal is to open up the conversation and build a stronger and more united Local 276. Whether you on break, on your job, on the go, this is a way in an open space for you to hear the latest updates, learn more about our rights and our benefits, and to speak up on what matters to you.
Hi, I'm Demetrius Cotton, Paint Department, third shift. Like she said, we are here for you. If you see me walking the plant, you can always come to me. Come to this side of my eye right now, because this one is damaged, but we gonna be all right. Co-host, introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Taquita Spears, third shift door line, AR. I've been with the company almost 5 years, and I'm delighted that Asia asked me to join. Again, as they said, podcast is to serve as a platform for us to connect. Any issues you guys want to discuss or want us to discuss. I've been asking around already. You guys been texting me or I've been writing them down. So I'm ready. Let's go.
So what today's podcast to be about? It'll just be a little bit of more of an introduction to let you know what it's about, what we're going to be doing, and just to get you more informed about what's going on inside the plant, what's going on at the hall, different events. It'll be a open podcast for you to come and join, even maybe be a guest on there with us. Display some of your concerns, things that you want to change, things that you would like to see implemented. You know, it's an open platform. It's a voice for everybody at Local 276.
But please keep in mind, these are just our opinions. We are not the law. We are not giving you nothing to run back and spread as the gospel. These are three individuals with three individual opinions. If we can get factual information for you, we will. But we look forward to people calling in and being a part of the podcast and trying to understand and gather information so we all can be a better union. That's what it's really about, us becoming a better union.
And keep it clean, please, and classy. That's the only thing I ask. Keep it clean and respectful.
You know.
Yes. Don't do no disrespectful. We ain't slandering nobody. We try to make this a positive thing, not negative. So we not slandering nobody. I'm not giving no advice. My co-host, we not giving no advice because people tend to take that and run with it. So we look forward to it. We look forward to the call-ins. And like Aisha said, hopefully people coming and joining the podcast while we do it live. Come and ask your questions, gather your questions, and we're looking forward to it.
You know, we would even like to spotlight members' achievements, their children's achievements, success stories, different things. It's an open platform. It's open for us to discuss any and everything that goes on inside the plant. We might even kind of like venture out on, you know, different subjects and topics. But we just wanted to start something to open up a different communication for our local, because that's one of the issues we have heard over and over again. That's one of my biggest issues is communication. So this is just another different platform, a way of us to communicate within the lines of our Local 276, but on a broader platform, you know. we are not going to be on here to bash anybody. We are just here to give our opinions, hear your insight, and hopefully take it to the masses, and in hopes that it would change, bring it about a better change in our local and some unity.
Like, we can guide you in the right direction. If we know factual information on how to guide you, we can help you with that. We just can't give you things to for you to run and just spread and say, hey, Demetrius said this, so that's what we do. You know what I mean? Because I've given some advice before just on a personal level, and the young lady decided not to go back to work. And I'm like, girl, that's not what I told you, but that's fine. We're not going through that. I want to give a big shout out to Chris Cunningham for getting us all together, because it's not easy. And you know what I'm saying? It's not easy getting individuals with work and being on different schedules. So I want to give a big shout out to Chris Cunningham for that. But I look forward to it, because I'm not feeling my best this morning, but I'm here for y'all. I promise. My eye hurts, but this union is hurting worse, and we're here to change that,
And I'm
to help
happy.
change that.
I'm sorry. And I'm happy you said that. I've been thinking about it since we started, you guys added me in the inbox. And one of my goals while I'm on here is to, a lot of people is from up north. This is my first union I've ever been in. Growing up, my mom would say, you need to get a union job. The union is strong. So this is the only union that I know. But a lot of people up north is always like, well, this not how they do it up there. Is completely different. And my thing to them is, if it's not like it is, make it like it is. If you guys have the experience and stuff, we can complain all day about how the union here is ran, but each one teach one. If we don't know, help us, mentor us. A lot of us want to get involved. And as you know, I'm a talker. I'm chatty, I'm friendly. And when people complain, if you're not doing anything to change it, why are you complaining?
You're either part of the problem or part of the solution.
Yes, yes. And there's so many people on the floor that want to be involved, but they heard all the mess and drama from previous years that it built a wall for them. My goal is, how can we break down that wall? How can we make it strong like it is in other unions? Yeah, and that's what I want from this.
Another thing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Demetrius.
This is my fourth plant in 25 plus years. So I've seen different unions and how they operate. I believe it starts at the top. That's just my opinion. I believe it starts at the top, being visible. Hopefully this makes us visible. Hopefully leadership listens to the podcast and takes some type of heed from what we're saying. Because if you're not listening to your flock, then your flock is going to spread wild. You know what I'm saying? You got to start listening to the people. It got to come from the people. But we hold a responsibility too, as the body of the union. We hold a responsibility too. If we're going to talk about it, we got to be about it. We got to try things. We got to step out on faith in some things, and we got to support each other. You know what I'm saying? Just we trying to eliminate all the mess and drama. You know what I'm saying? Union is supposed to be about unity, a family. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that here completely. It's too many unofficial cliques involved. We just want to bring everybody on one accord, or try to get as many people on one accord as we can. And I think this is a good platform to do so, and I look forward to it. So when we start going live, y'all make sure y'all call in and ask your questions. If don't walk around asking your questions to people who are not able to be on the platform or don't want to come on the platform. Ask your questions so we all can get a piece of it and we all can learn from it.
Yeah. And another reason I wanted to join this podcast too is because we have a whole lot of newer people coming in as temporary employees, converting to full-time employees, and they have no clue what the union is about. So I want to use this platform as a more modern way to get to the younger members and expose them to what the union is actually really about. I want to discuss our contracts. People need to know them books. Know your books. Yes, you have people in there that represent you, but you still need to know them books. You need to know your local contract, your international contract, that constitution. You need to know them books. You need to know where to go and look for things. It's some things I still don't know in the book, but I try to, read my book and learn. If I don't know where some at, I get on there and be like, hey, where can I find this at? Or I reach out to somebody that I know is union union in and out, and but we need to teach these people coming in the importance of the union. Why we need unions. Why do we, have VCAP? Why do we have other programs? Why is it important to, you know, put our money in these programs? Because without the union, I don't know where I would be. I know because this is my fourth plant. Without the union, I don't know where I would be. When I started, I didn't know a thing about a union job. I just knew I had a job that was making more money than where I had started. And them older people got a hold of me and they taught me. They didn't ridicule me. They didn't talk down on me. They got me and they put me up under their wings and they taught me the importance of a union. They taught me
Right.
why it was important for a union. And from every plant I went to, I became stronger and stronger in the union to where I bleed union through and through. I'm all about helping my sisters and brothers. I'm all about helping temps, but at the same time, you got to want to help yourself. I
I'm
can't
glad
help
you said
you if
that.
you don't help yourself.
I'm glad you
So,
said that about the temps. Temps, we seniority of employees are not against y'all. I promise you.
right.
Now, there's some bad seeds on both sides. Now, there's some bad temps and there's some bad seniority workers. So I'm not saying because we can't be 100% on that, right?
And that's
But
what we got
the
to bridge the gap.
majority, right? The majority, you know what I'm saying? If they telling you something, they're telling you for your own good. They're not telling you to try to stop you from advancing. Most don't care if you advance. They want you to. They want you to become permanent. They want you to. But everybody has to listen to each other, right? So this is the perfect platform for that. Come on here with your questions, and as people with years under their belt, we can give you something to carry out and spread the word about. You know what I'm saying? Now I can tell you about the do's and the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? Now that's just common sense. A lot of things is common sense. Common sense like if you go in them cafeterias, you need to pay for stuff. That's common sense. That's common sense.
Yeah, those are things we
You
need to discuss too, like ways to
right.
keep your job,
Yeah,
ways
that's
to keep
common
your job,
sense.
you
If you
know.
if you're not gonna be there, call in. You know what I'm saying? Have your paperwork right. Have your paperwork right. Things like this. These are common sense. That's not even advice. That's just common sense. That's good knowledge. When you're giving good knowledge, that's not advice because it's not coming just from me. That's coming from how to keep your job today. That's
Yeah.
where that's
And I,
coming
and,
from.
and I want to put this out. This is for anybody that is on, I can say, first shift or third shift in trim, a chassis, door line, or whatever. If you don't have it, if you don't have the money to feed yourself for that day, or if you need a drink, I'm at 34 left on the door line. Please come see me. I have plenty of waters and juices and stuff in my locker. Tonight I'm going to bring in some noodles and stuff. But please don't go to them cafeterias and them machines and take stuff. You need your job. Ain't no point of you getting fired over a snack or drink. If you need something to hold you over through the night, come see me 34 left. Please do.
See, that's a part
I
of
just seen a
that
post about
unity family thing that we missing. Because when I started, you know what I'm saying, man, hey, let me get $5 to, you know what I mean, it's not no big deal. But nowadays it's almost like you're afraid someone's going, well, I would rather take that chance to be afraid somebody going to talk about me, but I know, hey, I'm going to have a paycheck next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you that $5 back, you know, because the alternative to that is taking. I mean, people taking from the refrigerator. It's not that serious, y'all. We got to be better people to each other. We walk by each other. We don't even speak. We won't even speak. And that goes to leadership too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm guilty of that sometimes too. Like if I'm not having a good day, I might not speak, but please don't take it personal. Please don't take it personal.
Just as a man, you know what I'm saying? If I look a man in it's a young man. I don't know this brother name. We see each other every day for the last 3 years. I've been knowing he worked there. I don't know his name, but we look at each other and we speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it takes. It don't, and I mean, I ain't gonna mean mug nobody. I don't walk around with the arresting smile. So some people be thinking I got an attitude. I just, you know what I'm saying? The only time I'm not gonna speak freely, I'm gonna be honest. When the Cowboys lose, damn it, I don't want to talk.
I don't even want to go to work because I don't want to deal with all
them.
So y'all can do a lot of talking this year, right?
Especially if we lose to the Lions. But it's all good. I knew she was. I mean, that's why I went on through that Lions out there. For all my Detroit people out there, all my Michigan folk, I know y'all had a good football season. Y'all got to beat the Cowboys. Well, whew,
it was overdue. It was overdue. We needed that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just want to use this podcast to let the membership have another way of communicating freely, openly, getting your concerns out there. Even if you want to get on there and just, congratulate somebody. Maybe you got a child that just graduated from not just from high school, not just from college, might graduate from elementary, preschool, whatever it is. It's an open platform for the membership to get on here, talk to us, get questions out, concerns, achievements, things that might be going on. If you are part of an organization within Local 276 or even an organization outside of Local 276 that you might want to get, bring that program to members to say, hey, we doing this or we have this going on, we'd like y'all to be a part of it. Any of that, it's an open platform for all of us to use, So we look forward to it. We excited. We're a little nervous, because this is new to all of us. So just bear with us, we might stumble over our words a little bit, but as we go, we'll get better, So just work with us. But all of us are on third. I'm on third and trim on the door line. Demetri is third and paint. Taquita is third on the door line as well. So if you see us, stop and have a chat with us. If you want to be on one of the episodes, come and have a conversation with us. And another thing, let's get more involved in the union. Let's get on these committees. Let's go. I know a lot of people don't like going to the meetings because it's on a Sunday. Let's start coming to these meetings. Even if you don't come before a little while, just come, hear what you can hear, gather what information you can, and do what you will with it.
One more thing before we close out. I just want to give a shout out to Jody Dolliver for complete 30 years of service at General Motors. She said they just laid her accomplishment on the table. No, nothing. So I'm going to give you your flowers right now. Yeah. And if anybody else, you haven't gotten your flowers, we're going to give them to your flowers on this podcast. That's all I got to say, man. I'm looking forward to it. To my co-host, thank y'all. And let me get this out together.
And then closing on my end, I know we've been having a lot of brothers and sisters passing.
Yes, we just had one.
up, and let's keep those family up in prayers. If they need questions, direct them, especially with burial needs, insurance and stuff. If you don't
Yes.
know, go to the benefits and refer them to there. It's a number on there, or find me on Facebook, Taquita Spears. I'm in a lot of the Facebook GM groups and the UAW groups. Also, if you guys know Paul Johnson, he was on third shift in materials. He was our door line material guy for a while. Please keep his family up in the passing of him last night. And if anybody need service, his service announcements and all of that is pending, but I'll post them on all the groups once I find out.
Yeah. And another thing, I want to say something about as far as a lot of our members grieving the loss of someone, because lately we have been losing a lot of members, family members, and I don't know how to bridge the gap. I be wanting to help everybody. I be wishing I could hit the lotto so I can just help everybody, because I just have one of them hearts to just ache for other people, and we have members that are going through loss. I would like us to uplift one of our members, Sharmika White. She's already been out dealing with her own personal issues, trying to get back healthy. She just had surgery last week, and then after that, she tragically lost her daughter. And now she's faced with raising her daughter's baby. She has a son that's graduating this year, so she has a lot on her plate. So I'm going to share her Cash App and her GoFundMe and stuff again on the page. But if you find it in your hearts to just give, whether it's $1, $5, even if it's just giving condolences and keeping her uplifting in prayer. But I want to piggyback off of that and say we have to, as a union, we have over 5,000 members. And I know some of us have it and some of us don't. But I would like to get people to come in and give your ideas on how we can help people that are mourning the loss of someone. Some people have insurance, some don't. Like Sharmika, when you're losing a child, sometimes we don't think that we need to put insurance on our babies at a young age. I have all 4 of my kids are in their 20s. I have insurance on them, but it was after seeing so many people losing their kids at a young age that I was like, okay, I need to get something on my kids, because tragedy happened at everybody's doorstep. You never know when it's your turn. But I just want to come up with a way of how we can help. If we can come up with some kind of fund or something. So everybody input is welcomed. A way we can try to at least have some kind of fund or a group where we can come together and raise money when somebody has a tragedy in their family.
That's
and
good.
Shout out to Mr. Cotton. You have a grief group, right?
Yes, I do. Like
Yeah.
I'm working on something right now to get another meeting. It is just about sharing, because when you talk about things in all capacity, when you talk about things, especially when you're going through mourning, it just helps to know that you're not alone. You're not by yourself. Mother's Day is in a few days, and Mother's Day is tough for me. So, it's just one of those things that you can't get over. You just learn to be better at dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So I got something coming down real big coming down the pipeline that I'm working on. And I'm gonna try to get everybody to come through. I don't ask no money. All I ask is for you to come share. And for those who were able to come and share a couple months ago, I appreciate that so much. But it's just gonna get bigger and better because it's for me, it helps me more, but it helps others too. And we shared some tears in there. I shared some real live stories, you know what I'm saying, about my life, about the things I go through on a daily basis and what I do to help me. You know what I'm saying? And the morning group is it's gonna help others too, along with helping myself. So thank you
So
for
your
that.
platform, so your group is not, you're not trying to counsel anyone. You're just bringing a
No, I'm
place.
not
You're
giving
just
no.
having a group for people that share in mourning the loss of someone to come together and share their
Yes,
stories and,
yes,
just piggyback off each other because it's, because your
absolutely,
next one, I definitely would like to come to, because,
absolutely.
I learned some things going to counseling that I would like
Right.
to share with your group,
See
but
that?
I like the fact that it's just an open platform for people to come and share, not you trying to be a counselor.
I'm
Just
not trying to be. I can't counsel nobody that I'm going through the same thing they are. It's
Right.
about sharing. Sharing and counseling is two different things. If you
Mhm.
learn something from what I say, then that's all well and good. Because I'm gonna learn something from what you.
Yeah.
Everybody has a method of what they deal with. So if you learn something, you pick up on something, or you try something from dealing with what I'm saying, then that's just great. That's just great.
I have this saying that I tell people, that God don't take us through something just so we can keep it to ourselves. He take us through things to be a testimony because someone else coming down the line may not be strong like you are, but maybe it's something that you can say or do to help give them the strength and encourage them to get them through. I honestly believe that. So,
Yeah. That's another thing. I would love, I love what Demetrius is doing. I think it's a brilliant idea. Just to get members together that is mourning the loss, because you never know. And then not only that, some of these people that we are losing the plant, we spend 6 days,
yeah,
9 hours on one day and 8 hours on another day. And then if we're doing overtime, we spend a lot of time with these people. You build relationships with these people. You get to know these people, families. You get to know their history, their background, what they got going on. So they become an extended part of your family. And
yeah,
when you lose them, that's a loss, and some of us in there don't know how to deal with that. And we bottle all that up inside. So this group that Demetrius started, it's a good way and a good platform for us to come together and just share, cry together, laugh together, share our stories. So I would love that once this episode hit, that hopefully we can get some EAP members to come out, and support Demetrius and what he's doing. I would, get more members out to support what Demetrius is doing, because I think it's a great idea.
Out to Melanie Granger because she took her time and she helped a lot on that day. She's an EA representative. She came out, she helped a lot. And she had pamphlets to help guide people. It was just a really good idea that I thought of, and I'm gonna expound on it. I'm gonna keep pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, we're not from here. Like a lot of us are from different areas. We don't
Yeah.
have immediate family here. So 5,000 co-workers, we should be able to have a nice group of people to help each other. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be cool with everybody. You're not gonna know everybody, but you can find a good group of people to help you through these bad times. Even if it's just somebody you can call and hey, let's go have lunch today. You know what I'm saying? When you know somebody else is dealing with something and you're dealing with the same thing, that mutual hurt and pain will talking about it with each other will go a long way. So that's
yeah,
all. That's one thing I want to push. It's not about giving advice. It's about hearing each other's stories, hearing each other out, and turning pain into laughter. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Listen to me. My story. I know I have a tough. Man, I have a tough way. I done lost some my mother and some other people in my life that just broke me. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's almost broke me because I'm still here and I'm
yeah,
still pushing. I'm still here. You know what I mean? And Mother's Day, I get better and better. I used to just shut down on the world. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm able to. Hey, I mean, I got two new daughters with that's about to have their first Mother's Day. So I'm gonna try to uplift them. I don't want to be cast. You know what I'm saying? I got to uplift them so they know. And hey, being a mother is a wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? Being a mother is a great thing. So that's all I wanted to say, man. We just gonna push everything. We gonna push this family. We gonna push this union. We gonna push each other, and we just gonna make everything a little bit better each day.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
But that looks like a wrap on this introduction. So welcome to 276 Up. My co-host looking nice early in the morning, straight off of work. Thanks again to Chris Cunningham, and we'll see y'all soon.